When you look at someone else, it feels like I've become invisible to you. It's a silent message that perhaps I'm not the one you truly see anymore. A glance is just a glance, but when it happens too often, it feels like the quiet unraveling of everything we've shared. And I can't help but wonder where it will all end. The moment your eyes wander, I can't ignore the unease in my chest. It's not about control, it's about knowing that what we have can slip away so easily if we're not careful. Every look you give someone else makes me question the depth of what we have. I don't want to lose you, but I can't help but wonder if I already am. When I catch you looking at someone else, I start to wonder if I'm losing you to a moment, to a fleeting possibility that doesn't include me. Love is a fragile thing, and when your attention shifts, I start fearing that the delicate bond we've built will break, leaving me with nothing but memories. It's not the other person I'm worried about when I see you looking at them. It's what's happening to us, to the connection that's slowly slipping through my fingers. I never realized how much a glance could mean until I saw you look at someone else. Now, every time you turn your head, I feel like I'm losing a piece of you. In love, the small things matter the most. A look, a touch, a word. These are the things that keep us connected. But when your attention turns elsewhere, I feel like I'm losing grip on everything I thought we had. Your eyes may be innocent, but they carry so much weight. And when I see them turn toward someone else, I feel like the foundation of everything we built is crumbling. When your gaze shifts, it's like a sudden storm. The calm is gone, replaced by a rush of emotions and a quiet fear that we're not as strong as we once were. A glance toward someone else isn't just about curiosity, it's a message that makes me question if I'm truly the one you want, or if I'm just another chapter in your story. When I see you look at someone else, it doesn't feel like a simple glance. It feels like an invitation to change everything between us, to redefine what we mean to each other. It's not the look itself, but the ripple effect that follows. It's the quiet moments of doubt that linger, questioning if we're both on the same path or if one of us is already slipping away. Every time your eyes wander, it feels like you're silently telling me that you're no longer fully here. And when that happens, I can't help but wonder what's left for us. Love requires focus, loyalty, and trust. But every time I catch you looking at someone else, I start questioning if we've lost sight of everything we once had. The moment you start looking elsewhere, everything between us feels like it's slipping through my fingers. And it's hard not to wonder if I can stop the inevitable from happening. It's not the act of looking that hurts. It's the realization that I'm no longer the center of your attention, and that's a pain I can't ignore. When your gaze lingers on someone else, it feels like I'm invisible. It's a quiet reminder that everything I thought was solid can vanish in the blink of an eye. Love is not a game of attention, but when you look at someone else, it feels like I'm losing the game we once played together, and I'm not sure how to win it back. Your eyes may wander, but my heart stays. And every time I catch you looking at someone else, it becomes harder to keep my heart from shattering. A single glance in the wrong direction can change everything. And when I see you looking elsewhere, I'm left wondering if we've already lost our way. Love is supposed to be a constant, but when I see you looking at someone else, it makes me question if our love is as solid as I once believed. In a world full of distractions, it's easy for your attention to wander. But when I see you looking at someone else, it feels like everything we've built is on the verge of collapse. If I catch you looking at someone else, it won't just be about jealousy. It will be about the quiet fear that I've lost you to someone I can never compete with. The hardest part about seeing you look at someone else is knowing that the love we have could easily slip away piece by piece until there's nothing left. When your gaze shifts, it's like a warning sign, a reminder that love requires focus. And if we're not careful, it can easily fade into the background. In love, every glance matters. And when I catch you looking at someone else, I start to wonder if the look I once craved is now reserved for someone else. A stray glance can send shockwaves through my heart. It's a reminder that love is fragile and that a single moment of distraction can change everything. When you look at someone else, it doesn't just break my heart. It shatters the trust we've worked so hard to build, leaving me questioning everything we've shared. In moments of doubt, when your gaze strays toward another, remember, it's not just your eyes that wander, but your heart. And when that happens, everything between us may change forever. Love isn't about perfect moments. It's about building trust. If you start looking elsewhere, I'll question the foundation we built and wonder if everything we have is just a fragile illusion. When you look at someone else, you don't just give them a moment of attention. You cast a shadow over everything we've shared. And when that happens, I can't promise things will stay the same. If I see you looking at someone else, it's not about jealousy. It's about feeling betrayed by the one person I thought would never let go. The world is full of distractions, but when you look past me, you unravel the threads that have tied us together, piece by piece, until there's nothing left but uncertainty. It's not the other person that worries me when I catch your gaze wandering. It's what happens to us, what happens to my trust in you, and what it means for what we built. When you look at someone else with interest, it's not just a fleeting glance. It sends ripples through my heart, turning everything I thought was stable into a chaotic mess. Eyes are meant to see the world, but when they look at someone else in a way that makes me question everything we've shared, that's when my world starts spinning uncontrollably. It's not that I don't trust you, but when I see you look at someone else, I start wondering if we're on the same path or if you're already searching for something more. I gave you my heart, but if I catch you looking elsewhere, I'll have to rethink everything, wondering if I gave it to the right person. In the blink of an eye, a single glance in another direction can change the course of everything. And that's when I start asking myself, where do I really stand in your world? It's not the sight of you looking at someone else that hurts. It's the realization that maybe I was never enough to keep your attention fixed on me. We build trust with every conversation, every shared moment, but a stray glance can tear it all apart, and suddenly everything feels fragile, like it could crumble at any second. When you look at someone else, it feels like a signal that you might be ready to walk away. It's hard not to fear that everything we've built is on the verge of collapsing. Eyes are meant to see the truth, but when you start looking away, it makes me question if the truth we shared was ever truly real. You may not see it, but every time your gaze lingers on someone else, it shifts something deep inside me, a shift I can't ignore, no matter how hard I try. If I catch you looking at someone else, I won't just be hurt. I'll start wondering if I'm only a placeholder in your life, waiting for someone better to come along. A look can say so much without a single word being spoken. If I catch you looking at someone else, the silence between us becomes deafening, filled with questions and doubts. Every glance toward another person feels like a silent betrayal. It makes me question the loyalty that once seemed unshakable and now feels fragile, like it could break at any moment. In a world full of temptation, your eyes are a reflection of your heart. When they wander, it feels like my heart is being torn apart, little by little. When you look at someone else, it's not just a passing thought. It's a reminder that I can't keep you locked in my world, and I don't know if I'm ready to lose you yet. The pain of seeing your gaze shift towards another isn't about jealousy. It's about wondering if you've already found what I can no longer give. Love thrives on focus. If your attention is diverted, It's like watching a beautiful painting fade into the background. The longer it happens, the harder it is to bring it back to life. It's the quiet moments, the ones where your eyes flicker elsewhere, that make me realize how easy it is for us to lose what we've built without even knowing it's slipping away. A single look in someone else's direction makes me feel as though I'm losing you, little by little, even though you might not even realize the damage it's causing. When you look at someone else, you're telling me that something is missing. That's when my world starts spinning as I try to figure out what I'm not giving you. Every glance toward another person is a question I can't answer. Am I enough for you? Are we enough to keep your focus in this world of distractions? It's hard to stay grounded when I see your gaze drifting toward someone else. It makes me question whether we're as strong as I once thought, or if I've been holding on to a fading dream. Your eyes may not speak, but they reveal everything, and when I see them wandering, I can't help but feel like I'm losing you to someone or something I can't even compete with.